Hi, thank you for choosing Premier Kerosene Stove. We cheerfully invite you as a valuable family member and guide you how to make the best use of Premier Oil Stove. We have carefully designed Premier Oil Stove considering the following in mind: economy, easy to use, durability. We are proud to declare that the Premier Oil is the first to introduce this kind of cooking kerosene stove with the latest technology, unique feature and design. Premier Oil Kerosene Stove is available in many models: PS01, PS04, PS05 and many more.
Premier Stoves has unique silent features. Patented single pipe frame. The frame is made of single piece of pipe and red joints. This improves the strength and stability of the stove. Deep drawn and central weather filled tank. Unique air pump using seamless pipe and O-ring technology for smooth and trouble-free pumping. Safety valve in some models, which would help the stove to safely undergone for long operations and extreme conditions. All stoves had undergone 100% air pressure test. Now we go through the process of operating the stove. The first step is filling the fuel in the fuel tank. Keep the stove in flat surface and open the filler cap. By using a funnel, pour kerosene in the fuel tank. Fill up to 3/4 level. Do not fill completely because it needs some air gap. Before replacing the filler cap, check for the inner washer fit correctly. This washer is important for keeping the pressure and avoids the leakage of kerosene. Then, thoroughly tighten the oil filler cap and air screw on the top. One important point here to remember is use only kerosene. Do not use other fuel. Step 2. Lighting the stove. Now we see how to light the stove. Take the kindra and dip it in kerosene or spirit. Place the kindra on the spirit cap and light it. Allow it for 30 seconds to 1 minute. This process is to preheat the burner. Preheating the burner is very important. It helps to convert kerosene into gas and burn. Then slowly start pumping using pump knob. With our unique pump, just in few strokes, you can get the required pressure. See the blue flame passes through the burner. Now remove the kindra and put it off. Should not pump before preheating. This would create a spill of kerosene and the yellow flame would appear. Note, if you do not have kindra for lighting, then you can pour little spirit or alcohol in the spirit cap and light it. Now pump repeatedly till you achieve the required flame. Step 3. Reducing frames. If you want to reduce the frame, open the air screw slowly. Now pressure in the tank drops and the frame. Close the air screw when the desired frame is seen. If you need to increase the frame, start pumping the stove. See the frame increasing. In model PS05, PS12 and PS13, you can use the control valve to reduce or increase the frame. If you want to put out the frame, open the air screw, 2 to 3 rotations and leave it. See the frame slowly reduces and put off completely.
When you don't follow the above steps properly or due to ignorance, you may face some operation difficulties which are common for the first time user.
Difficulty and solutions. During preheating stage. When you pump the stove, after preheating the burner, if kerosene comes out from nozzle instead of gas, it means the preheating is not sufficient. So you start to preheat again. Preheat at least for 1 minute. If neither kerosene nor gas comes out while pumping, there may be a block in the nozzle. Clean the block using pin given. Sometimes the flame in kindra may go off while preheating and you see on the gas coming out. Now light it with kindra or matchstick and the flame should catch. In oil filler cap. In this part, sometimes we may face leakage of oil near the oil filler cap. This is due to the washer may not be placed properly or due to the cross-threading of the oil cap. To rectify this, remove oil cap and refill the washer properly and thread the oil cap straightly like this without cross-threading. The next problem we may face here is leakage of air in the oil cap air key. This may be due to the air key is not properly tightened, so tighten the air key properly. Still, if there is a leak of fuel near the oil collar fitted with the fuel tank, this might be due to crack in the oil collar. Check visually, and if there is any visual crack seen, then the stoves need to be taken to a repair shop for replacing the part. In fuel pump, the common complaint is that pump not developing sufficient pressure and pressure is dropping very fast. It may be due to the following three reasons. First is O-ring worn out or undersized. Remove the pump rod which contains O-ring. If the O-ring is worn out or very loose, replace it. Then check the no return valve. If it is loose, tighten it using the special long wrench available with your dealer. If still there is a pressure leakage, insert a long straight wire inside the no return valve hole and push down to release the spring inside. If the leakage continues, the no return valve has to be replaced by authorized persons. The next complaint in the pump is the pump rod end broken. If you see the plastic end of the pump rod damaged, replace the pump rod. Burner. If there is no frame or frame is jumping or one side is burning, it may be due to the broken nipple hole. Clean the nipple hole using the pin supplied. You should always use recommended pin size. Do not use over pin size. It will damage the hole and frame will be uneven. Then see the frame ring. If it's damaged or worn out, it causes uneven frame. In that case, replace with a new frame ring. The next complaint we see is yellow frame in the burner. Again, this may be due to the partial broken nipple or oversized hole in the nipple, or due to extra kerosene in the spring cap. In this case, allow the kerosene burn off completely and clean the nipple with the pin. If still there is a yellow frame, the nipple in the burner has to be replaced by authorized person. Kerosene ring below the burner area is due to the burner not being completely tightened, or the burner washer might be damaged. If there is a damage in the washer, remove the burner using right size spanner and replace the upstairs washers. Place on one washer above and the other is below the spring cap before tightening. Do not over tighten the burner. Sometimes there may be a crack in burner not due to over tightening of burner, and kerosene would start leaking. The burner nut has to be replaced only at the service center. Premier Oil kerosene stove models PS01, PS05, PS12 and PS13 have a unique safety valve in the fuel tank. Sometimes there may be a leakage of pressure in the safety valve. This is due to the rubber inside the safety valve not seated properly, or dust in between the rubber seat and the button of safety valve, or low tension safety valve spring. This may be rectified by pulling the safety valve ring few times up and down like this, or remove and clean the base of the rubber seat. If still there is a ring, the spring or the rubber has to be replaced by authorized person only. Control valve. Premier Oil kerosene stove model PS05 has two gate valves below the burner. Sometimes there may be a leakage of kerosene, which is due to the O-ring inside the gate valve. Body is worn out or cracked in the nut. This could be rectified by replacing the O-ring or by replacing the nut by taking to a service center. We shall now look into the difficulties you may face and how to solve it. Burner pipe bend. This might happen during transport or handling. Bend the pipe back to position and check with air pressure for any ring. If there is any ring, it has to be welded in repair shop. Burner not into central with grill or vessel support. This might be due to loosening of screws in transit. Loosen the screws and adjust it to central and tighten the screws as shown. Tips for maintenance. By periodic maintenance of stove, some common faults can be avoided. After burning, clean the spring cap, frame ring and burner with a cloth and remove any kerosene deposit. If you find carbon deposit on the burner nipple, clean the burner nozzle using the pin. Do not use oversized pin. It will enlarge the hole and frame will become yellow. Check the burner washer below and above the spring cap intact. Grease the pump for once every 2 or 3 months so that the operation is smooth and it gives positive pumping and long life. Clean the stove externally with dry cotton cloth and store properly when not in use.
Now, we believe that you are well versed with the operation and maintenance of Premier Oil kerosene stove. Thank you for your patience and wish you happy cooking. Bye.